Hi, I'm Dave Chami. In the September issue of TransWorld, we have an article that I made of hand-colored photos. Originally, I found this book about hand-coloring photographs in a camera store in Sammy's in LA about 12 years ago. And it just goes into the whole history of hand-coloring photos and how before there was color film, there were studios of artists who would hand-color black and white prints so that you could have color photos. I ended up accumulating a bunch of black and white photos. I had them all printed and decided to give the hand coloring a shot. And I started doing it myself, but Sam was kind of watching what I was doing and she sort of was like, oh, you're not doing a very good job of this, I'm going to take over. So my original Sleight of Hand article came out in the March 2008 issue of TransWorld. This was the opener. I shot it last, actually. So this is actually a photo of Dennis Durant pushing. It was from a trip to China we did, and so I just shot a photo of Sam hand coloring this print. This is the actual skate photo of Dennis, and yeah, he's frontside crooked grinding this ledge, and you can see she basically colored this pretty boring black ledge, made it blue, did all the plants, and the rest of it she left black and white. This is a photo of my friend Ben Barretto from Australia. I like the way that she did the sun and the clouds. This photo of Daniel Shimizu was a really good example of a photo that didn't work in black and white. It was just a really grey, dull London day. In reality, there are no clouds or there's no blue in the sky in the scene, but Sam added it to make it look a bit better. Like, yeah, it really made the photo. And the last one from this original article is Alex Olson, and he's ollieing the street at Makba. And I shot it like this, and then in black and white, Alex was just really lost against the building in the background and people and bikes and stuff. Hand-colored the buildings, and it just like really made Alex pop. The 35mm stuff was on my Nikon FM2. The medium format stuff was on my Hasselblad, and a panoramic photo of Dennis Durant was on my Hasselblad X-Pan. So I hand-colored all my prints with these Neo-Color wax pastels. And the pastels are really good because they adhere to the print. This is kind of a good little section here. I did this quite a bit. Where just if you have like a hard line that you're trying to color up against, just put a piece of white paper there, and then just color up against it, and you get that nice straight line. Another little tip that I picked up from the hand coloring book was a pretty good one, was to actually take a little drumstick and put it next to the print so it raises your hand. Here's a really good comparison of a before and after. Dylan Constantine doing a frontside crooked grinder fakie in downtown San Jose. Yeah, black and white, pretty sort of flat and very grey and not a lot of tones going on there, but then with the colour it kind of really comes to life. Zack Wallin in San Francisco doing a 50-50 drop down 50-50. This is actually on the back of Lombard Street, super steep hill. The colors on this one are really different from what they actually are. It's actually super flat. But I borrowed this idea of the door panels all being different colors just from a different part of the city in San Francisco, in the Excelsior. A lot of the houses are painted really funky colors. After Zach did this trick, we went and met up with Tori Hereford at the spot in the Presidio where Tori rode along here and did a gap to backside tail slide on this ledge, super far gap. I shot him doing it on my digital camera, and then I was like, oh, that would be really cool if maybe I could get him to try another one, get a black and white with my Hasselblad. But he got back into one more for me, and this is the photo. So this photo is Jose Rojo doing a backside flip in San Jose, California. Pretty good bump right here, but you have to thread the needle between these two poles to go over this one, which is pretty crazy. It's not that wide in between there. This is the first print that I hand colored, and I kind of wasn't that stoked on this one, so I actually did a second one, which is the final one that I used. Another 35mm photo. I just thought it'd be nice to have one in the article that could be a spread. So this one is shot with the FM2, and this is Ryan Barlow walling off the super skinny wall over a rail in San Francisco. Basically, I'd shot all those photos on medium format, and I needed an opener, and so that's when I got the idea of reshooting Western, hand coloring a print. And I still had this photo of Chris Haslam heel flipping this bump over tree. So you can see here, this is the actual print of Chris, and here's Weston hand coloring it. Weston did have a go at hand coloring them, but he's 3 years old, so it was kind of pretty much just scribble. So we had to help him out a little bit, but he was stoked to be involved in the project too.